Alright, so now it's on to the gold cards and the artifacts. And what, there's 2 gold cards. Okay, so we got 2 mythics that are gold. Because you always need gold mythics, right? Alright, one of them is ridiculous, the other one is slow. Which one do you think is which? Okay, Nova Blast Worm is slow. 7 for a 7/7, but then when it attacks, it destroys everything but itself. So, yeah, I mean, you could definitely try and play, a slow green-white deck and try and get the thing out or splash it in some of like green-blue or whatever, green-blue-white allies. Meh. That's all cool, but usually you're not going to want to play it even if you're a green-white, almost especially if you're green-white, because green-white should usually be super aggro. So, but anyway, if you can get away with it, more power to you. If they're not playing flyers, then it becomes a lot better. And then, then I'd board it in. But if they're playing flyers and or evasion that you can't stop, like blade tusk boars, etc., then it kind of just becomes a lot worse. But there's a lot of life gain and stuff in white now, so maybe this becomes more viable. It'll blow out some games, but I think more often than not it's not going to pull its weight. As opposed to Rexiel, who's going to Rex people. Yeah, okay, Rexiel, the Risen Deep. He doesn't have flying, but he's only 6 mana instead of, a million. And he's redonkulous. Redonkulous. 3 double blue and a black, 5/8. The hell are you going to kill that with? I don't know, you have to exile him? Is there anything else? Anything destroy target creature guy? That guy's ridiculous. Anyway, very little that gets rid of this guy in the format. You bounce him, that's good. Stop him for a little while. Of course, then you're playing blue, and he's unblockable. Okay, so Island Walk, Swamp Walk. And even if you didn't have evasion, it's going to be pretty hard to block. And then whenever you deals damage to a player, you can play an instant or sorcery from their graveyard without paying its mana cost, and then exile it. So you just get to use one of their removal spells or whatever every turn until they're dead. And the guy's ridiculous. Kind of a cool picture. I like how it looks like the frame is like the edge of a glass or a fish tank. Anyway. So yeah, definitely first pick material for blue-black. Or even splashing it. Play blue-red or blue-green or something and you're splashing the black, yeah, definitely worth it. Oh, duh. Amulet of Vigor, not playable in limited. Basilisk Collar, quite good. 1 and 2. So, this is our new machete, right? Death Touch and Lifelink. Probably have a similar impact on the game. Quite ridiculous. Also rare. So, won't see it that often, but the lifelink being attached with the Death Touch makes this guy pretty mean. Guess that's why they put a pit bull on there. Kind of silly looking if you ask me, as far as the artwork goes. Ever-Flowing Chalice is pretty solid. I like it, especially with all the kicker in the format, because you draw this late game and you've got a couple kicker cards in hand and the board is stabilized enough. You could drop this for like 6 and next turn you have 3 extra mana and then you can start multi-kickering all to hell, right? But otherwise it's 2 for, +1 mana, right? Oh, yeah, it doesn't even come into play tapped or anything, right? That is nice. Yeah, it's a really good card. Hammer of Ruin, not as good as the Basilisk Collar, obviously. And then it depends on your deck whether it's better than Kite Sail or not. If you have a lot of flyers, the Hammer of Ruin's better. If you don't, the Kite Sail's better. Both of them are perfectly playable, so they're a little slow. But if you got a lot of fast creatures, hopefully that'll make up for it. Take either one of them, as high as you would take a good creature. Not Not just a solid creature. Take it above solid creatures, but below ridiculous creatures or really good creatures, definitely below removal. Hedron Rover is quite good, just like its little nephew, Scrabbler. I love Scrabbler. 4 for a 2/2 landfall. And then, gets the +2/+2, so it's a 4/4. It's a Juggernaut. 4 for a 4/4. Also happens to block, Blade Tusk Boar, so, or a activated Gold Draws, right? Etc. So, definitely worth playing. Definitely good. Very solid creature. Not amazing, but solid. Kite Sail, like I was saying, just depends. If you have a bunch of flyers already, it's probably not that good. But if you don't, it's amazing. So, and that one's common. A lot of green decks are going to have flyers. Lodestone Golem. Okay, so 4 for a 5/3 that slows everybody down by 1. Quite good. 4 for a 5/3 is a beating, and then, he puts the brakes on everyone, so that's good. Definitely moderately. Probably put him in the very strong category. Obviously, he's better in the really aggro decks that don't have higher casting cost spells, and then worse in the slower decks. So, let's see, Pilgrim's Eye, 3 for a 1/1 flying. I actually don't like this as much as I like its green Inspirator Ranger, Borderland Ranger. The fact that it's a 1/1 is just not worth the flying. I mean, it's an artifact, so that's fine. It's nice that every color has access to it and all that. And it kills. Every time someone drops one of these, and their opponent has a Welkin turn, the person with a Welkin turn is going to curse. So it's nice in that situation. Or the 3/1 protection from lands guy definitely owns that guy, etc. Right? And if it trades with a 2/1, then you're golden. But don't take him too highly. He's solid enough, I guess. I'd put him on the low end of solid. But depends on what your needs are.